Now, children, there are certain transactions related to our expenses and related to the incomes. See transaction 40. Your expenses, let me tell you, your expenses includes your salaries, wages, rent paid, your audit fee paid, telephone charges paid, your electricity charges paid. Means all the expenses which are to be incurred in running the business, they are called termed as expenses. That has already been discussed previously. So in this way, as here the example has been taken of salaries paid for salaries rupees 30,000. Whatever expense is given in the question, you will deal them in this way only. So you are paying salaries, your cash is going out, it will be deducted from the assets. Now whenever an expense is paid, it reduces our profit, therefore they are deducted from capital. Expenses leads to deduction in the profits, and deduction in the profits will be subtracted from the capital. So over here 30,000 has been subtracted from the assets and 30,000 will be subtracted from the capital. So the accounting equation is will be 6,23,893 assets, 5,11,783 your capital, 1,12,110 is your liabilities. Now transaction 41, it relates to income. Whenever the incomes are received, they increase our profit, therefore they are added to capital. Incomes will be added to capital because they will increase our profits. Now we have received rent rupees 40,000. So money is coming in, 40,000 will be added to assets, and this 40,000 will increase our profit and therefore it will be added to capital also. 40,000 will be added to capital. No effect on liabilities. In the same way, whatever income is being received, those incomes will be added to assets and will be added to capital. It's clear? May it be your commission received, may it be interest received, whatever income is received. So assets will increase to 6,63,893 and our capital will also increase to 5,51,783 plus 1,12,110 is our liabilities. Now transaction 42, borrowed a loan from State Bank of India for rupees 1 lakh. These are some other transactions which we will be dealing, and some more are there which we will deal tomorrow. So here we have borrowed a loan from State Bank of India. Whenever the bank grants us loan, it will not give us hard cash. What it will do, it will either ask us to open a bank account and the money will be transferred to that bank account, and if we are having a bank account in that particular branch from where we are borrowing the loan, then the money will be transferred to that account. It's clear? So and bank account is also an asset. So 1 lakh will be transferred to the bank account, so our asset will increase by rupees 1 lakh. On the other hand, it is a loan is a liability, our liabilities will also increase by rupees 1 lakh. No effect on capital. So over here the assets will increase by 2 rupees 7,63,893 and capital will increase to 5,51,783 and our liabilities will increase to 2,12,110 because 1 lakh loan will be added. Now 43rd transaction, withdrew cash for office use rupees 10,000. We have withdrawn cash for office use from the bank or from the office itself and use it for some purpose. So in this condition 10,000 cash is going out, and on the other hand 10,000 cash is there in the business premises, or some good has been uh, obtained. So plus minus 10,000 will be there in the assets. No effect on capital, no effect on liability. So our assets will remain the same, 7,63,893, and over here no effect on capital and no effect on liability. Now the next transaction is withdrew cash for personal use rupees 20,000. 20,000 has been withdrawn for personal use. This is our drawings. Drawings reduces our capital. So here 20,000 cash has been withdrawn. 20,000 will be subtracted from the assets, and 20,000 capital will also be reduced. So 7,43,893 is the amount of asset, and 5,31,783 is the amount of capital, and no effect on liabilities. Therefore, liabilities is 2,12,110. So it's clear to all of you.